Greetings, everyone!
Hello, hello, hello!
Yay!
Hello!
Welcome to the Feats Fables G.I. actual play. Thank you for joining us as our group of heroes face the wrath of nature and the sinister plots of Cobra!
Oh wait, we're not there yet.
I mean, you can battle cry anytime you want to, baby. Just
red lasers, blue lasers, red
Anyways.
lasers, blue lasers.
I'm Ben Heisler. I'm one of the lead designers of SS20 and the G.I. role-playing game. I'm the GM, and welcome to my whacked-out homebrew. Before we get started, I'd like to introduce our players.
It's not whacked out.
I mean,
It's perfectly logical, reasonable, and rational.
Then we haven't gotten to the whacked-out parts yet. I guess I'm not.
No!
Not sure
Oh no!
what to say about that. Before we get started, I'd like to introduce our players, starting with Joe Streaky, who's playing La Voce, a battlefield leader officer. Next, we have Coda, who is playing two characters because he enjoys a challenge. He is playing Search and Rescue, a Beastmaster Ranger and their stalwart canine companion.
Smartest character on the board.
An option to be a dog. And he was all over that, like, green on beans.
I mean, I don't know an option. He's literally playing a dog and a handler, and the dog is the smartest member of the party, so...
And just about the toughest.
Come on.
True.
Are we getting a dog sighting?
I mean, we are in my dirty laundry. Whoops.
Coda, you're not supposed to air your dirty laundry.
It's
Hot.
Next, we have Ron Frankie playing Sky High, a mechanized infantry.
infantry.
Oh yeah.
Infantry.
You need to figure out how to get one more infantry in that sentence, and you'll be good to go.
I'll get right on that. Next, we have Dr. Andrew Huang. Let me make sure I get that correct. Playing Blockchain, a spy commando.
Hey.
And then rounding out our team is Dr. Paige Lightman playing Twist, a sniper commando.
And her rifle, Shout.
Yes. That said, our heroic G.I. Joes are in Santa Carla. Got it right this time, folks. California, on a mission to rescue Junior Senator Michael Cho and family during a violent earthquake amid incredible storms. They've evacuated the Chos and a group of civilians that were taking refuge in the senator's home and managed to get them out shortly before a drone strike destroyed the home's remaining supports and plunged it down the sides of Mount Aziz. The team moved to a nearby woodland to regroup and interrogate their prisoner, a Cobra sniper. Maybe turncoat, maybe not.
Hard to be sure.
Figuring that out.
Hard to be sure.
Only to be attacked in the woods by the sniper's squad. We pick back up as Cobra assaults our heroes, trying to ruin both them and the remaining civilians and the senator, who swore to stay behind so that he could make sure all of the civilians would get out first, because he has a conscience or honor or some heroic quality.
Despite the fact he's a senator, he's not a
Or
senator.
La Voce doesn't have good diplomacy skills.
Right.
I mean, so first of all, La Voce has great diplomacy skills, but everybody rolls poorly sometimes.
Yeah, that's what I mean. In the moment. Yeah, not overall.
So let me move us over to there. Back to our adventure in the woods. So we should be able to see it now.
Mm-hmm.
We have additional borders now, which should let us do a more exciting... should let us zoom in and see more of the battlefield. We'll see how this goes. I think everybody's in the right position. If I am incorrect and somebody needs to be nudged, let me know.
No, that looks correct to me.
Looks good.
Excellent.
I mean, it looks awful, but it looks correct.
What do you mean it looks awful? What is this?
We have blowed up one entire one of their vehicles. We're doing great.
I mean, yes.
My bad.
No,
I mean-
that's a good. It's a good thing. It's a good thing.
Well,
Is
it
it
was
though?
unmanned, because we could have used it to evacuate people,
That's true.
assuming
Yes.
we win.
You blew up the vehicle, and as I recall, one of the Cobra troopers.
Yes, that I don't regret.
So to set the scene, it is still pouring rain. In addition to that, Earlier, Rescue set up a tripwire up here. My icon or my ping. There we go. I was like, there's a thing. There's a special word for this.
I gotcha.
Anyways, my icon or my ping over here is showing a tripwire that Rescue set up that has already proven effective against one of these Cobra vehicles. A quickly put together tree cover is the lines that are around this group of civilians who are hiding as fighting goes on. So, as we left off last time, I will adjust that so that can everybody see the turn order now that we're back on this page?
Yep.
Excellent. So, we just had the second set of attack ATVs, also known as Cobra ferrets, show up. And so, I will have them. The first one is the one up here. Take its attack. And then we have Rescue, and then the other ferret, and then play will proceed as normal.
Ferrets, if not the most vicious little creature, definitely the stinkiest.
I mean, they're up there. They're up there.
I mean, are they though? Like,
Yes,
Pretty,
yes,
pretty
you have
bad
not
thing.
lived until you've smelt a bundle of like 12 ferrets all living in the same cage
Well,
together.
that whole class of
Ugh.
animals takes
The
pride in their
mustelid
glands.
It's true. It's true.
I mean, skunks also earned their infamy.
So we did. Okay.
I was like, how big is the habitat 12 ferrets are in? Because that could lead to that smell. but
Yeah, it definitely does.
Not getting back to that. Joe, did you have a question that actually pertains to
No,
this game?
no, God, no, no.
Okay.
But an important question,
I wholly
nevertheless.
disavow this entire rant.
Got it. All right.
Joe, stop getting your game in the way of my science.
I mean, let's just do
Photoscience is
both.
100%
Listen, you can't
different.
put 12 ferrets in a cage and get away with it by calling it science, all right?
Depends on the size of the cave.
Depends on the county in Georgia.
Definitely
That
not
also.
okay with Ayacook.
So back to this. Search, Rescue, Sky High, and my good friend over here, Blockchain. You're obviously in cover because you're in the trees. I don't recall any of you hiding, but am I incorrect in that assessment?
I am not
I mean,
hiding.
I definitely took some precaution to hide because I'm using the tripwire and don't want that to be immediately obvious, but we're
Oh, well, I
only
was
as
hiding.
I can't remember what I did last round, but I would normally have hidden if I could.
You shot last round.
Yeah,
Yeah, and
you
it's a
took out
standard
one of
act-
the.
Oh, but Andrew can hide as a free action because
Right, exactly.
Commando.
Exactly.
Okay, so it
So I
sounds
probably
like-
am hidden.
All right.
Maybe not well. Actually, I think
well-
that's exactly what happened. I hid not well.
Okay, that's cool. So my ferret to the north is going to unleash a barrage of attacks on that group of player characters.
Wait, we didn't establish whether search and rescue were hidden.
Oh,
I think I am non-mechanically hidden because I delayed my first turn, and then I don't think that the trigger for coming back in. Oh no, we figured out that delaying your initiative is really dumb because you basically re-roll
Yes.
and
you reset your initiative and rolled lower, so you kept your previous initiative,
Yep.
which was the 16. And because of your speed, that is why you were sandwiched between the two ferrets in something that we're not going to even not even going to repeat
Ferret
that.
sandwich.
Oh,
and
no.
now we know
There.
that resetting your initiative is not great, and
Is a
knowledge is
ferret
half the
sandwich.
battle.
Hmm.
You know, we have learned
Joe.
we've learned things. All right, so in that case, I have 4 targets. I believe I can hit 2 of you in a line. So I'll roll a d4 because
I mean,
what's
you
up?
could try.
Yeah, I mean I can try. Let me find out who the
You can
primary target
certainly
is.
try.
So that will be 3. So that will be you, Blockchain, and then
That's a miss. Oh, I mean
mean-
that's me. Haha.
No,
never
that's me determining which of the four of you is
mind.
going to be the
Listen,
primary
I was
target.
like, what kind of terrible roll
And
is
3
this?
misses.
I like your optimism, though, blockchain.
I mean, you can roll the D4s.
Good.
If usually D4s, bring it on. Sky High can take a ton of D4s.
All right.
No, roll 2 of them together.
Hmm.
Whoa! Stop trying to kill blockchain, Sky High.
So I will roll a D2. The top one means that I'll be firing at blockchain and search. Otherwise, and the 2 means I'll be firing at blockchain and sky high. All right, so
One also misses.
This is going great. This is going great.
I have one word for you, Mr. Heisler.
I mean,
You know what that word is? Do you know what
Yes.
that word is?
I asked for this.
No.
Okay,
No.
what
That
is
word is gelato.
Thank you.
All the
this
gelato in
is-
your life that you have cast out on other DMs is now pouring on top of your head.
So let me point out. First of all, it's not gelato because I'm still having fun.
Fair.
As opposed to your level of frustration of gelato. This is a fun game for me.
Fair enough.
Except for when I'm doing prep, but then it eventually turns into a fun game, and that's what pushes me through doing online prep.
It's the nature of prep, functionally.
See, I love prep for online games.
This sounds like
So
a
I
great thing
believe
for us to
That
discuss.
one
after.
hit 2, Ben?
So now let me make my attack roll, which is I'm going to use the macro instead of. But before I use the macro, I did mention that 2 of you have cover, or all 4 of you have cover, which I believe gives me a -2.
Hmm.
That is the generic cover rule.
Here in the
Alright.
shrubbery is.
Perfect. So I will roll this to see if I have a 16. Does that hit blockchain or searches
With or without the
evasion?
-2?
That is with my that's with my downshift.
That does hit search's evasion.
It also hits blockchain's evasion. If that's
Well, the good news is
Jeez Louise, what is wrong with you people?
I don't crit because I was rolling the D2 instead of
guess
the
it's a
D6. However, each of both blockchain and search will take 1 point of sharp damage.
Ow! Good thing I had those temps.
Very sharp.
All right, Ben, are you prepared for this?
Go
I-
on.
maybe.
Search lets out a
Uh-oh.
yelp
Oh,
as if
no.
he's just been shot by
Oh!
That-
monsters.
That is how you know that Cobra's evil.
Uh-huh.
Right?
So, following that, search and rescue, it is your turn.
All right, so we've still got a Cobra soldier on the ground after having been knocked out of his ATV over here, right?
No, he was taken out by blockchain last turn.
Okay, so
there
then
is one over here who crawled, who got knocked off but ran away on his turn. The other one is outsies to the south. There is the Cobra officer and the other ferret that's here that's currently unmanned, and the other 2 ferrets still have a driver and passenger on them. They have not unloaded yet, but at some point in the initiative, they likely will.
all right. Are we currently above the ATV where we are positioned?
Above?
Like,
I'm
would it be
looking
possible
down.
for Search to jump into that ATV? Are
Ooh.
they open top? They look open top.
They're definitely open top.
Okay.
I didn't have a plan on elevation for this, but for a story point, yes, you can totally have that elevation.
Ooh, I will spin that story point.
Uh,
And Rescue is going to tell Search to subdue the driver of that car.
All right.
So using a takedown command on the driver,
Okay.
and Search is going to vault with his 60-foot movement into that open-topped ATV.
All right. Sounds great. So make me your attack.
Okay.
I'm not worried about you making that jump. So we're not going to call for a roll there.
All right, and this is a might attack, which I've got a D4. And specifically, can this be a modified I want to make sure I'm doing this right. So he wants to grapple. And this is a special melee attack that will be an unarmed attack against the target's evasion.
Okay. Yeah, can totally do that.
Did only roll an 11 though.
Sorry, I was checking back in the grapple rules right quick.
Sorry, there is a downshift for each size category larger than the target.
That is not applied because you're attacking a dude that's common size that's on the vehicle, and because the vehicle is open top, we're not worrying about the vehicle stats for this.
Cool.
That said,
Good job searching for bonuses, though, Coda.
yeah, no, good job.
Also, good job not having search bite the actual vehicle.
I mean, it would do damage, it just would not be as effective. So it's against my evasion, yes.
Yes.
Well, the good news is I am a Cobra Trooper, so you hit me.
Aha!
Oh, wow. How do these
Okay.
guys walk around safely?
Ben, you should.
The trick
so
is they
I
really
will-
can't.
I will bring this Cobra Trooper onto the map layer so that you can see him. And at this point, am I grappled? I'm grappled here, right? Unless you have movement to drag me away.
The driver of that ATV is currently suffering a snag to all skill tests, is granting edge to all melee attackers that target their evasion, and has a 0 movement.
That sounds good to me. So we did some chatting between sessions talking about grappling rules. And one of the things that I added is because the target speed is 0. If you want to drag them, you can do so as if it was rough terrain. So it takes an extra square of movement for every square you want to drag someone.
Mm-hmm.
So if you want to drag him off of the vehicle, then that's certainly a thing. Otherwise, he can just be there.
I kind of like the thought of Search kind of following through on her momentum to knock this guy out of the car.
Sounds great to me.
Because I have a feeling that car is going to maintain its momentum directly into my tripwire.
Well, it has stopped here.
Oh, well, okay. Never mind then.
And you have currently removed the driver, so unless the passenger moves forward on their turn, which could happen.
Yep. And then giving Search a command is a action for me because I don't have an ability that makes it a non-action.
Okay. So at that point, I am grappled. I didn't take any damage from this attack, but I'm no longer piloting, which is its own reward. Was there anything else?
That's going to be it for Search and Rescue.
All right, sounds good. So we'll take us to our other ferret to the south. So, Twist and Levoche, are either of you high? I think Paige is, or rather, Twist is hiding. But what is your total?
Was a 16.
All right,
because I have it from last week.
Let's see if I can see you.
Actually, no, that can't because my infiltration's a D4. Hang on.
That, I mean, it's possible.
No, because the 16 I rolled is... Oh, no, that is a D4. Okay, yeah, so it was a 16, but freaking Cobra rolled a 22 to see me.
I mean, Cobra officers are no joke.
I know
As
that.
you're finding out. Yeah.
Oh, that's right. We got to do something because Twist is like mind controlled or something.
My
Or maybe
morale is
Twist,
broken.
you're just on their side the whole time.
Or maybe, yes.
That might be the answer here.
Dun, dun, dun. All right, let's see if I
We'll
do the
find out.
16. I do not, so I don't see Twist. I'm not going to fire my autocannon at Levoche, but there's 3 people right here, so I will shoot at them.
Oh no!
Go, ablative NPCs. All right.
They have real lives. They have dreams and fears.
I thought the only reason we were still here
have
was
a
to
face
save the
and a mother.
NPCs.
This is true.
We definitely are.
Here to save the senator in particular, who is in cover with the other civilians, as opposed to
His brave security forces.
the brave security forces. So a 14 will deal damage to each of my folks. I will do 8 damage there, and that's does not hit Adeline, but it hits her to filet mignons. So with that, Lavoche.
So I will point out that Twist is probably making a face at this point.
Sure, like talk to me mechanically about what I'm aware of what it's affecting Twist.
So
No. That's a Ben question.
fair enough.
Oh, got it.
Fair enough.
Yeah, I was like, I want to hear Paige's explanation.
Yeah, I want to hear Paige's explanation too. I was just like, haha, off the hook.
I mean, I'm fully aware of the situation and capable of understanding it, but by all means,
No,
Mr.
but what am I experiencing as Lavoche?
She hasn't acted yet, but you can tell that. Yeah, but I'm just checking. I'm reading over the power again, right quick, before I tell you what's
worries.
what. I would say you can tell that the face that Twist is making is one of both surprise and also of
Fear.
Is it fair to say panic?
Panic and fear.
Okay.
And panic, fear, and I'll even give you a little side order of despair. Just add a little razzle dazzle.
Ooh, a razzle dazzle of despair. I
Got
do love me
to-
some despair.
Razzle dazzle them. Sorry.
Okay, well, I will take aim and take a shot at the commander.
Okay. I am behind cover from you from the ferret, so
Baby.
you'll be at 2 down shifts.
Okay, well,
And
I'm at
it's-
2 up ships from my gun for aiming once and having a laser sight.
All right.
So I guess I'm just flat.
I mean,
And
you
it-
have a sparkling personality. I wouldn't say you're
I
flat.
mean, some would say.
It's worth noting that in the past week, we got clarity on aiming that will soon be in the official FAQ. It's in the Power Rangers FAQ currently. That aiming is a once per shot, max 3 shots per turn thing.
Which
you can do.
So no more
Does
3
seem-
aims per shot.
Yes.
Does
Which
seem a
was
lot more reasonable.
Really nice.
Thank
But
you
yes.
for reminding us of that, Ron.
So I solidly miss.
Yay!
You do solidly miss.
I will spend my move action to give Adeline a upshift on her next attack.
Okay.
And that is pretty much me. I don't think I have anything else I want to do with my last free action. That's me.
Okay. I was just looking for a symbol to put on Adeline for the hope that I would remember the. We'll put that one. And let's even do it with
Man, I
a
should
1
go s-
on it, so I remember that there's a 1 upshift.
Ooh.
I should stand next to Lavoche.
Lavoche's
She's
a
good.
good person to have with you. Blockchain.
Blockchain is observing the dog wrestling with that one Cobra dude. I guess there's several Cobra dudes over there.
There
Yeah,
are
but
3
if the
Cobra
dog's
dudes.
got him, then that Cobra dude is as good as dead.
Oh, please. Blockchain. Search has got like 1 paw on its chest, and that guy's like, don't kill me!
I
Because he
mean,
is a Cobra trooper.
It does kind
know.
of feel like there's one thread on the battlefield, and maybe we should take that out first.
Good call. Good call.
How does a 15-foot cone work in this world?
I mean,
It looks like a cone, very similarly.
yeah.
Like, I mean, are
It's
you
maybe-
casting burning hands? Or...
It's maybe between 14 and 16 feet in length.
Wow.
I think in this parlance,
That
is
was
3
excellent
squares,
sense.
Andrew.
Excellent.
Can I move up and hit both of the Cobra in the 15-foot cone? Is my main question.
I believe that I have purchased an asset that will show me a 15-foot cone, so that we may show it to everyone.
Yeah.
But it's doing that thing where it's like, what if I take 18 minutes to load? I'm just like,
Right?
All right.
What if?
We always choose.
Ooh.
the
I
one
am
with the
wearing my
maximum
Roll 20
sparkles.
shirt tonight, so Roll 20 should be nice to us.
You know,
This is the depths that I have been reduced to try and appease the Roll 20 gods.
that was not at all helpful game, but that's fine. We'll take that to the token layer. I'll
There,
go.
you could do it like that. I didn't choose the best color, but
Yes.
Okay, that seems Oh,
There we
it's so
go.
multicolored. It's like a
Ooh.
hand casting.
I
I am.
mean,
You shamed my attempt at drawing it. That is gorgeous.
Yeah.
you know, I might have purchased assets with the hope that I would at some point be able to use them. I also have like just fire if you'd rather have. I don't know what effect you're doing, but fire is an option.
Rescue
Color
reaches out to touch the pretty colors that are in front
Yeah,
of him.
yeah.
Oh, look at that
Uh,
one! It's so small.
Yeah, and
Oh.
so that's the other direction if you want to do it out that way.
It is not scaled appropriately.
Well, and we'll get there.
Okay.
Yeah, this
So
is,
I guess,
why
yeah,
is
I'll
this
just-
scaled so weird. You know what? We're gonna worry about that later.
How does that interact with range though? Because my range is 20.
What? So sorry. Which weapon are we using? So
I think it's
I'm
an
using-
either or thing.
I'm using a submachine gun.
Okay, so yes, it is an either or thing. You can spray an area like that, or you can fire at one target and have more control to get the 20 feet of range.
Okay, so that effectively reduces my range. If is what you're saying.
Yes, you're trading length for girth. I mean width. Width.
I love it. Well, you can also move up to here and probably still catch both of them.
Yeah, that way you will miss search.
You got to be.
If you're one
Oh,
more
that should be one
further
more.
up, you can hit all of them and still avoid search.
Am I still hidden if I move up to there?
You do not have anything to hide behind at that point.
Well, you're not hitting anyway, right? Because you rolled like a 6.
I think what he meant is, does he still have cover?
Oh.
Well, no, let's just not worry about it then. I'm just gonna go up there and spray them and see what happens. Well, actually, no, I fired last. I don't know why I'm having this conversation. I fired last round. I spent this round reloading.
Oh, your move action
Oh.
reloading. You can still pew-pewify.
Okay.
Yeah, you could
It's just
shoot
you're just not
normal
gonna be able to
style.
spray.
Well, you could spray, just you wouldn't get any bad guys.
Though
Well, no, because I can.
I was gonna say, don't you have a free action dash?
Yeah, I
as part of
can
your-
sprint with mobility as a free.
Commando
there we go.
power!
I'll run up there and I'll be like, bada.
Wait, you're going to run and gun?
Exactly.
Damn.
Wait, are you also gonna spray and pray?
Pretty sure praying is just a free action, so.
We have limited free actions in this game, Coda.
Oh, that's true.
Mhm.
How many times can I do
Yeah,
it per round?
But blockchain has a pretty high speed.
Yeah, I do. I move at 35, so I would have made it pretty
Yeah,
easily.
but your speed is what, 6?
My
Yeah, we're
s-
talking a speed score, not movement.
Oh, sorry, my speed is a 5.
Okay, so that's move. So yeah, you can have 2 free actions.
Okay.
3 free.
Well, yeah, I can only do the sprint once per round anyway.
Yes.
So,
Yes.
all right. So I used one of my moves to reload. I was like, I jam the magazine in there. I run over there. I'm like, ha! And then I use the Xbox controller to then carefully just draw a line across both the ferret and the bad dude.
I like how you're like carefully when the rest are just like, hold down the triggers and just turn left and right. Hope you get them.
Yeah.
So you make one attack roll against all 3 of us.
I mean, his HUD probably has the 15-foot cone template that it lays
Exactly.
I mean, yes, there's probably some amount of aim assist.
Yes.
Because I mean, if you can program that for yourself in your system,
Why not?
Why not? Exactly.
I do spend a free action aiming though.
Okay.
So that negates the 1 downshift from spraying.
Okay.
In effect, that is your 1 upshift for praying.
Yeah, there you go. Pray, aim, pray.
All right, and this time I'm going to remember that I'm in fact an expert in technology.
Oh, good. Good.
Good.
Excellent idea. Yeah.
I mean, it
Couple
just gets-
shifts on top of there.
Very
You know.
useful.
And they roll. Oh my god, what is this hot garbage?
All right.
Wow.
I
Lead everywhere.
Oh wait, actually,
What?
you are shooting an area of effect.
Yes.
Are you shooting an area effect, or is it a multi-target?
Oh no, right. I'm sorry, you're right. It's multi-target, so you don't.
Yeah.
get,
Okay. So the good
you're
news
right.
about multi-targeting is
Mhm.
make an attack roll. You make 3 attack rolls as opposed to an AOE where you make 1 attack roll. So you can decide which one of those gets your aim bonus. But if you already rolled with it, then that's a thing. But the good news is you get to roll for the other 2 targets.
Okay.
Yeah, you've just got to do better on the D20.
I'm gonna assume I put the aim bonus on the dude because and then I'll put the other.
Sorry, which the passenger or
the dismounted dude will get
Got
my
it.
first, and then the other 2 will get my other shots. So I will
Right.
continue on. as
Fire
one does.
away.
Ranger. I believe in you.
Fire away! Oh,
Hit me with your best
a
shot.
15
A 15
on the
is
vehicle,
on the vehicle. That'll hit me.
and then a 22 on the guy manning the vehicle.
And a crit.
So
Nice.
not only will you crit, but you have doubled my evasion, so you get an extra pack of damage on top of that. So
Ooh.
you obliterate the passenger.
Ah!
Splash 1 Cobra Trooper.
Right.
So we'll remove him from there. I'll take a damage on the ferrets.
And actually, the ferret will enjoy my sneak attack damage
Okay.
for 2 points.
All right.
2
Take him.
points total or 2 points of sneak.
1 point of sneak on top of 1 sharp for the SMG.
Okay. Yeah, no, you got it.
Yeah.
Thanks for the reminder, Ron. I was like, 2 points of sneaks. It's
Not
like
yet.
It's like maintaining game state is everyone's responsibility
Yep.
or something.
And
I
then
was
we have
desperately looking at my character sheet, going, "Why does he have it?"
we all have spring attack, right?
Yep.
Oh yes, everybody has spring attack.
Like get back my.
Like, I
He's
just
like,
want to point out that
Yes.
spring attack has not existed since 3.5, which we
And
quit
yet.
playing in 2014.
Okay, 2014.
Yes.
No, because 2014 is when 5th edition came out.
Yeah. Oh
And-
shit! So
but
there's
you
4th
said
after
3.5.
that.
4th edition, yeah.
And
Yeah.
yet.
And
Yeah.
yet.
Wasn't spring attack in 4th?
I mean,
No,
probably.
everybody
There's
has
probably.
three attack and fourth.
Yeah.
Okay. I still
Did
feel
we?
like there was a power called spring attack.
I think there was.
I mean, there might have been.
They had to name a lot of powers.
It's where you
They did have
basically
to name
just
a lot of
shotgun
powers.
a bunch of springs at your enemy.
Take that. Titanium alloy springs. I stole them from a bunch
Springs
of supercars.
everywhere.
We missed the real story.
So, 4th edition came out in summer of 2008. So
Damn.
It's
it's funny how
just
this land
damn.
stays with us.
instead of caltraps, just springs.
Ooh.
So are you saying that it's been like 14 years since spring attack was a thing?
Yep.
I feel like I'm doing that
Yeah.
Matt Damon meme where I'm just aging in front of the.
I'm sure they're gonna bring it back in 6, so it'll be fine.
6th edition, Joe. I think you mean D&D 1.
Yeah, it's not a
Or
new
as it's
edition.
colloquially
Joe.
known, 6th edition.
Super Beyond.
But
Was
we'll
there-
talk more about that in
In the
our
porch
porch
lab.
lab.
You can make up whatever damn name you want for a system. I don't care.
We have so
I
many
mean,
things
look-
to talk about in the porch lab.
Look what Windows did.
What?
What
are you
did
saying that
Windows
this is
do?
going to be like?
So
Are you
Windows
saying
was
this is
like,
D&D Vista?
Yes, functionally that's what she's saying.
yes.
Damn.
This is-
Hopefully
savage.
it's more like 4th edition was Vista, and
Mm.
the next edition will be like 365 or something.
I'm not
You
sure I
call
like
it,
you
you call it
calling 4th
Xbox
edition.
360
Yeah, it's gonna
because
say-
360 is bigger than 3, and you can't call it Xbox 2 because that's smaller than 3. And so then now we are where we are now.
But
So
what
then
about-
you call it Xbox One?
Yeah.
Well,
which-
there you go.
Yeah,
but don't-
D&D 1.
but-
or
Yeah,
but
one
don't-
D&D.
see? That's
but
just
don't spell Xbox One, because then you've just got X.
Yeah, it's Xbox
Xbox.
ONE, not Xbox One, because it's not the first Xbox, it's the one Xbox.
Right.
Y'all are
Like the
hurting
ring.
me.
So,
But meanwhile, in Joe Land,
was there anything else during your turn?
All the
Blackfan?
Cobra have wandered off.
Excellent. That was really my
Taking their
goal.
Mustelid vehicles with them.
excellent tactics, Commander.
All right. So my Cobra Trooper that is currently being grappled. I I have also read the grapple rules. I get to make, as an action, a athletics, might, or finesse roll versus the grappler's toughness. I bet I have one of those skills.
I
Yeah.
doubt you have toughness that's going to beat that dog.
Search's toughness is an 18. So
Yep, there it is.
I believe
best
in
of
myself.
luck.
I believe in myself. I don't get out.
I think it's good to believe in yourself, though. I mean, it's very
so.
important.
Again, just one paw on this trooper, this poor trooper.
So,
I mean, the paw is the size of like an extra large pizza, but
You're not wrong.
wait, is
No, he's
No,
No,
not
she's
Clifford?
she is just a common sized dog.
Yeah.
But she's very compact. Lots of bustle.
all right? So the passenger on my ferry to the south gets off and fires, and I will fire at. I will get off. My officer will say, "Shoot that one," because I get free actions that are just saying 5 words or less, just like everyone else in this game. And so let's see
Ooh.
if I can.
Enjoy your last moments of life, buddy.
I mean, I will see if I can hit twist.
you got to find me first, kid.
Oh, that's a good point.
So much violence.
16's your number.
You know what? You were pointed out to me. I'll say that's
Yeah,
some
you get all
upshifts.
kinds of upshifts.
Nope. Close, but nope.
No banana.
So I'm just gonna assume that my commander meant to shoot Lavoche.
I mean, clearly that's who the commander was pointing at.
Yes. So do I have a macro for, like, oh, I guess if I'm down to that, I am rolling a snag. I'm rolling 2d20s minus.
I'm not sure what your question is.
My question was, I know in our macros we have regular edge snag, but with the snag, there's not a no skill level.
I will add that in if you can remind me after the show.
I will make a note after I make this attack roll, which is gonna miss.
Yes.
Oof.
So there's a
they're
lot of
not
pew 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 pews.
Proficient in shooting things.
I am proficient in shooting things, but cover takes me down to a snag.
Oh, is that how it works?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
a downshift. It's a 2-point downshift for me.
I didn't realize you became snagged and not just rolling with a penalty. But I guess snag is the penalty.
Yeah. You just fall down the ladder.
Let me check. Because I normally have a D2, which means I think I go past roll 1d20 into the snag. Yeah. No, I would go to auto fail.
Yeah.
Ooh.
All right. So yes. Never mind the dice I just rolled. Pew pews fire in your direction and impact in the trees around you. But you
Lasers
managed to
everywhere.
So
Avoid
canonically, a Cobra trooper cannot hit someone in cover, just like in the show.
just like
You're
in
not
the show.
wrong.
And
You
the
are 100%
and just
not
like
wrong.
the non-named GI Joes probably have the same problem.
It's like this. I'm recreating it for you on screen.
Hang on, Coda. I'll help. Hang on.
Yes. All right. So
That's
that just
kind of a
happens.
interesting convergence of rules and
Reality.
So it's interesting because one of the things that I talked with some of the designers about, I do love the blue and red arrows going all kinds of different directions. But it was a good reminder that
High five, Coda. High
this
five.
is a game system designed to simulate G.I. Joe, not to be like a straight military simulation. And I was just like,
Mhm.
oh, hey, that's a good point.
Explains a lot.
It does
That is
explain
a
a
good
lot.
point.
So that brings us to the environment, which is also on 10, but we had so many people parked on
I
10.
was wondering what the freaking tree was doing in the combat.
So
Are
the
there
what?
snakes?
There's
Oh, you
snake
know what the
in my
tree's
boot.
doing.
Mother
mean-
Nature takes her turn.
That's right.
Is it a moment of silence for the slow death of the planet?
Yes.
It is.
Right?
It is not a moment of
It's not
silence.
so
It
slow.
is, it is a strong aftershock. Rips around the ground around you,
Ooh, boy.
and I'm going to make a attack roll against everybody's. We'll find out if you're prone. I think that could be evasion or or toughness as to whether you stand one way or the other. So let me roll my first round of aftershocks. So if I hit a 14 of the higher of your toughness or evasion, you will be prone, as there is a shudder in the earth and everything shakes. Not as strongly for those of you that have experienced an earthquake as the earthquake that you were told ripped through this area, but it is certainly a strong shake.
You said that was against our what now?
Either your toughness or evasion, whichever is highest. So my Cobra
Could
Trooper
I
over here.
choose to fail it to get a free lying on the ground?
I mean,
That is not a question the man had anticipated.
well, so here's my answer to that is it can be against your toughness or your evasion. Most people will pick the higher, but if you have one that is 14 or lower, you can totally do that.
Okay.
Yes, I will choose the one that is 14 or lower.
Man, I think I might
Are both
also.
of them 14 or
Yes.
okay. All right, so I
All
have a
his
trooper
points
that's
went to the
prone. I
dog.
have a trooper that's grappled and prone, and another trooper that's prone. My officer does manage to keep his footing. Anybody on Team Good Guy other than the Voce, both of these guys are down. And as we already said, Adeline is made of tougher stuff than that, so she is not prone.
Lavoche is prone.
I think I will also go prone.
Okay.
Where is roll 20?
All right.
Turn myself upside down to indicate prone.
Sure, you can do that. Also, I will give you the same icon I've given everyone else, because otherwise I'm going to be like, does Twist have summoning sickness?
I mean,
Maybe.
he does, actually.
That's a good way to describe Twist's situation.
Funny story.
Funny story.
Not funny, haha. Funny,
funny thing-
sad.
Happened on the way to the...
Yeah.
All right, so that was the environment's turn. And now we go to Cobra Trooper that is prone up here. I see that there's a dog on top of another trooper, and I will see if I can help that.
There's a dog on my trooper, dear Liza, dear Liza. There's a dog on my
Why
dear
have we come to this
Liza,
place?
a
I mean,
dog.
here's the thing: like we
Why?
live in this place, so
Why?
It's true.
It's just accurate, I think.
it
Yeah.
is just
Just
accurate.
representing reality, ultimately.
I did not get enough sleep last night, so I'm a little slap happy.
I feel like you're the right amount of everything for this game, so I'm not
Okay,
really
fair.
prone. All right. While prone, range seconds, you suffer snag, and you consider brace, giving a +1 on fire ram attack roll. All right, so I will shoot at search with a +1.
Okay.
Yeah. I will miss wildly because I'm a Cobra Trooper.
Also, he's like
Oh,
in grappling
Sorry,
thing
I've-
too,
I've-
right?
yes. So grappling gives an edge in all melee attacks against the held person, but it doesn't give a bonus to the grappler. So
Hmm. I thought there was something about about shooting in melee that had a thing.
you know what? I will be happy to look that up afterwards, or I'm sure Ron will remind me shortly.
indeed.
Because Ron is my rules person.
I
Unless-
found reading the rules that you guys made fascinating.
I am glad. I found making them fascinating, so high fives all around. All right, I have a ferret down here that's unpiloted, so currently it's just cover. This does take me to Adeline, who is going to shoot with 1 upshift from our friendly neighborhood officer.
And actually, for reference, it says if using a range attack within the reach of an enemy, which I assume he is, given that he's currently being grabbed, the attack suffers.
No, this is this Cobra Trooper who's 15 feet away.
Oh, okay. I meant in the other case. That's when he shot.
I'm
right?
interested in the rule though.
Yeah, no, by all
Continue.
means.
The attack suffers an automatic 1 shift down.
Okay.
That squares the butter.
So I have so I have a snag. So the guy that's grappled from the grappling rules, I have a snag on all skill tests that are not to escape.
Yep.
Then I also have a downshift because I am in melee, right?
I believe that is correct. That
Okay.
sounds right.
Cool.
I know that the having downshifts on trying to escape does not exist, so you are correct there.
Right. Okay. So back to Adeline, who has an upshift, but 2 downshifts because the officer is behind cover. So that will give me a also miss. That will take us to Twist,
All right, so I have
who
a question.
I
for
believe
you.
is under some undue influence.
Ooh.
So I have a question. Is any of the terrain between me and the Cobra officer difficult terrain?
It is not.
Damn it. All right, fine. I stand up.
In the place that you are.
Now face north. Where's that one? All right. I stand up using 15 feet of my movement.
Yep.
20, 25, 30, 35. Actually, as she stands up, she looks at Jenny and says, "They're gonna kill me. This might buy you a minute, maybe." And goes over there. She leaves her gun next to Jenny.
Not shout.
Yes, I leave the gun next to Jenny, leaned carefully up against a tree.
No,
And,
you set it up to fire on your last turn. Right?
Correct. Yeah, you're right. I can just leave it there on the ground then.
Yeah. Well, you,
and
you
then
leave it in the if you set it as the mounted position, mounted quality, right?
Yeah.
So you have to have like a tripod and other stuff that's set on
Yeah.
there. So like it's balanced for you to come back to it.
Firing pad, little wind widget.
Yep.
Mhm.
All
windsock
that's
on the top of the gun.
all that stuff. All that professional sniper stuff.
Yep. And then I will kneel here, which is probably not different than being prone.
Well,
I do like the
this-
idea of all of those being just like little flip outs on the gun.
It's
They're all
kind of like
compartmentalized.
the top rail looks like a Swiss Army knife.
Mm.
Does it
Poke
have
your eye
a
out on that.
does it have a corkscrew for you to help celebrate victories? Like
Absolutely.
The
Why
real
is there-
weird part is the bottle opener, because like the leverage on that thing, it's like a
Well,
crowbar.
that's part of the stock, right? But the bayonet is really the most important part for celebrating victory because I can just use that to slice the tops off champagne bottles.
Mm.
Oh.
Mhm.
I
can
really
just-
like the espresso maker built in
Wait,
now.
do you actually have a bayonet on your sniper rifle?
Absolutely not.
Okay, I was just checking.
I have actually shot a rifle before, though not a sniper rifle, and I understand what would happen with a bayonet on a sniper rifle.
Well, I mean, it would work. It's just the gun is such a finely tuned machine.
Yeah.
All right. So that takes us to Sky High. And let's see if you can stop the Cobra officer before terrible things happen.
All right, I assume the Cobra officer, if allowed a turn, will use a ritual knife to dedicate Twist's soul to the gods of Cobra.
I mean,
I mean, that's not
seems
a
appropriate.
terrible
I
assumption.
was ordered to go over there and kneel. Actually,
You
I
were
was-
ordered to go over there and surrender, which, because it critically hits you, was your move action and your standard action.
Can I take some free actions?
Sure.
What?
5.
No. No. That is not how that works.
Okay. It was
You're
good.
you're critically hit by a thing that makes you do something. You don't immediately get to go, well, I'm done now.
I
You know
did it.
what?
I did it, Dad. I made it.
It's malicious compliance, but I thought I'd give it a shot.
You know, I can't begrudge you for trying it.
Sure.
I also can't allow it.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
So back
All right.
to Sky High.
This will not stand, Twist.
Me and my 5 free actions were like, see ya, losers.
I will
That's not what I'm looking for.
use my move action to load my final grenade into my grenade launcher.
Right.
Me and Ben had a brief discussion about the availability of grenade launcher grenades and decided each one costs a hand, which is very reasonable. So I load my second one. I take a second to aim. I'm just going to say south,
Uh-huh.
but I think it might actually be. Well, anyway, I'm
So
aiming.
I have a quick question.
Yes.
Is the explosion from your grenade launcher traditional red, funky green, or pink? Those are the three options I have.
I feel like we're making a serious decision about the game. Everybody lean in.
I mean,
I would
I just
say,
want to make sure when I pull out the token so that we measure how far it explodes, that we, because I have a feeling you don't want to get twist.
yes, I will not be. Twist is acting oddly, but not super suspiciously. Like they just kind of look like they kind of gave up, which is like not a feather in their cap, but it's also not a reason to shoot them. So yes, and I would like pink because I often shoot stun grenades, so the pink, goes with that. And if it's not a stun grenade, they can think it's a stun grenade for a second before the shrapnel hits them in the eyes.
Fair.
Ooh,
6,
Ben,
7,
I love
8.
it.
All right.
That is gorgeous, and I would like a 20-foot radius, please.
Is that? I think that's 20-foot radius. That's 10. Yeah, it's 20.
Now here's the real question: are you putting twist inside or outside of that radius? Any answer's fine and absolutely reasonable.
No, I just said that. Well, you're acting like you kind of gave up, which isn't like a feather in your cap, but I'm not going to shoot you for it.
And is that the area that you're affecting, so that you can get as many of the Cobra guys and not get twist?
Yes, I believe I can get both Cobra guys. I don't think I can avoid getting the vehicles though.
I don't think you can avoid getting the vehicles either. You could avoid getting one of them by going here. If you'd rather do that.
But that one, the southernmost one, still has a driver though.
Yes.
So I would not. The only one I'd want to miss would be the one next to twist, and I don't think that I can.
I mean, you could aim for this position if you wanted to. It would be you'd be firing cover though, because I don't know if that's what you want to do as opposed to hitting somewhere in the open like here.
No, I definitely want to hit the open. I'm willing to hit the vehicle.
Okay, sounds good to me.
All right, I will aim. I will
see if I can pause this at a point where it can actually be exploding to look cool.
Use a story point.
Yeah, there we go.
Nice.
All right.
All right, story point
Because I'm
collected.
doing this to save Twist's immortal soul.
I mean,
like it.
Oh, the stakes got really high.
They did.
Presuming she has one, which has kind of yet to be proven.
All right, so my skill level, 1 upshift from aiming, 3 upshifts from the size of the area, which puts me.
So I think. So this is also a weird edge case that we're determining because you're 3 upshifts on the dudes, but I think you're only 2 upshifts on the vehicles because they're a size larger.
I would not disagree. Wait, no, it doesn't. The size of the targets doesn't matter. It's the size of the area effect versus me.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
All right, but
Do go on.
I am not auto success. I am 3d6.
Let's see it.
Roll that beautiful bean footage.
Which is good, because if I was auto success, I would have just wasted our story points. All right. Boom.
Ooh.
Yay!
17's good.
17 will hit everybody over there.
Ooh, look at that specialized roll.
Fancy.
That's a
'cause
lot
this
of
is
dice.
against
lot of
evasion,
dice.
right?
Yes, and I did crit.
Yep.
Unsurprisingly, given that I rolled how many? I rolled. This is the maximum number of dice you can roll, and
Yes.
that number is 11. 12 if you count the d20. I rolled 12 dice, which you can also do at your table if you play G.I. Joe, and it
Like,
would be incredible.
Yeah, it's a big old handful of dice. All right, so
Pretty
you
great.
crits. So everybody in that area takes 2 damage, yes?
Yep, 2 sharp. I'm not holding back on Cobra people.
All right, I will now set this aside and hide it because we will probably need it at another point in the game.
It is gorgeous.
It is
Mhm.
gorgeous.
There we go.
As Ron just keeps launching grenade after grenade after grenade.
Well, as my boon companions, you know that I am now currently out of grenades.
Explosions everywhere.
All right.
However, Twist is fully expecting the next one to land directly on top of her.
So, with that, you do take out the Cobra Trooper to the south. You take out the Cobra Ferret that is between the Cobra Officer and Twist.
Yeah.
You deal 2 damage to the one to the south, but it is still in it to win it.
However, it is driverless.
Yes, it is definitely driverless. So let me make sure I remove that one from the
I should
board.
leave a mark where my gun is.
But unfortunately, my Cobra Officer has survived. And cackles madly as he now sees the Twist is at his mercy.
I couldn't have done any better. I'm
Maybe-
sorry, Twist.
Maybe I won't even save you for Lennox. Hero? Not sure if I can call Twist a hero yet, but Twist has been commanded to move forward and surrender to the wily and evil Cobra Officer who is about to act and is going to step forward, draw out his knife, and say, I'm not going to give Lennox the pleasure. And then he's going to stab directly into your heart, or at least
You need that. Damn it.
For living.
Theoretically,
All of her lifeblood will spill from that.
can I try and twist out of the way using my evasion?
Oh,
She said the name of her character.
Oh, it's amazing. Quick, give her all the things.
I'm gonna be doing that all the time.
I mean, it's a melee attack. I'm pretty sure I'm going against toughness here.
All right, whatever.
Unless you have a some kind of perk or power or something else that lets you use evasion in melee.
No.
All right. Well, in that case, here comes the stabination.
All right.
All right. Have edge. Roll this. Ta-da! Oh God, you do.
Excellent. Excellent.
Takes out his knife, raises it high, and plunges it down directly into your body armor, and it slides right off.
I actually lean a little bit to catch it on a pauldron.
It's
Sure.
that scene where like the knife hits just right and just like snaps.
It sticks there, and now it's like vibrating back and forth.
Yeah, sure. I'll go with that. I don't know
And
that
Twist
snapping
goes,
because I didn't critically
"Ow!"
fail.
That's true. You did not critically
But-
fail.
Or I didn't fumble, but I was real close.
Both
It's a good
twists,
thing I had. It's a good thing I had edge. Otherwise, I would have fumbled based on the one that I rolled.
both Twist and the commander's eyes meet. They have a moment.
Lovingly.
You know, if
She looks at him and calmly and coldly extends her middle finger towards him.
you know, if I had thought of this ahead of time, I could have used one of my GM story points that I keep being like, I have those after the thing's already occurred. Not that I think it would matter with a 6 to hit, unless your toughness is really low.
My toughness is pretty low.
Well,
It is, in fact, a 12.
so it's possible. It's not possible for me to hit if I rolled a 4 and a 2 as well. So
Is it
I will
not
continue to
physically
miss.
Possible?
It's not physically possible. Yes. So that does take us to the Cobra Ferret that is to the north. That is currently unpiloted as well. So that's certainly a thing. That takes us to rescue.
All right. Well, while Command has that Cobra Trooper pinned down, Rescue is going to move out. And, oh God, let's see if I can remember how to do this. There we go. Move out.
Okay.
And just with a efficiency that is uncanny, takes his baton and just upside the head hits him with it.
All right. Enjoy your edge, for I'm both prone and grappled.
Are you fast enough
Conveniently,
to
you
get
don't
there?
get 2 edges, but
I have a 35-foot movement, so,
Okay, so
I've
15
got some.
to stand up,
Hmm.
and then yep, you make it.
So as a ranger,
yes.
hang on, I've got something for this.
What had happened was
I'm just excited to see your attack with edge to see if your luck is the
So-
same as mine. If we can be like, you're prone, and I'm gonna take you. Oh, wait. Whoa!
As a ranger with
Yeah.
mountain environment expertise, I
You are-
ignore any
Ooh.
penalty from rough terrain,
Okay.
and I gain edge on all non-combat skills in mountains,
Right.
and my attacks are considered specialized while in the mountains.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Sounds great.
Wait, so you're saying that you get to roll a d2 and all lower dice and choose the best one?
Uh-huh.
What's
That's
the
right.
D2? It's
Ron!
plus the higher of 2d20s. Make sure you're rolling with that edge.
All right, so edge and specialized, right?
Yeah,
D-
yeah.
Oh no.
You have
Oh,
to
no,
be at
Paige.
least a D4.
Paige, this macro doesn't go down to a D2.
That's because you just
Fine. I'll just take my edge.
Oh wow, you got your wish, Clay.
Oh
Not a-
no!
Not a great look.
Well, we
Hmm.
have learned that attacking people who are prone in combat is much harder than it looks in the movies.
I look at my baton like it's broken.
Man,
a little
Search-
insulted.
Search doesn't even look at you for a while.
No.
Yes, indeed. All right.
She does, however, continue to just hold him down.
Yeah.
Then I assume that if I don't give her a new command, she will just continue with the previous command until told otherwise.
I mean, until told otherwise, or until like it's no longer an option, and then
Right.
She
So
just
she's
does-
going to maintain that grapple
Okay.
with her might.
that she didn't have to roll for it. She just maintains the grapple because I didn't escape it.
Sweet. Done.
And- Oh, yes, you don't have to maintain it because you didn't give it up, and I didn't escape. Therefore, you still have it.
In that case, can she take a bite on him? He's struggling. That's not gonna
Isn't attacking with her a standard action for you at this point in time?
Oh shoot, you're right. Good call.
It's all good. All right, so this takes us
Third
to
level, baby. Third level.
It's
Coming soon.
It's right around the bend. My second Cobra Ferret also continues to have no driver because of the power of grenades, which takes us to Lavoce.
Hmm.
Hmm.
There's a
Actually,
sweet ass sniper rifle right there.
Yeah, but I'm not like good at like using sniper rifles or nothing.
That's true.
This is it.
Hey Coda, could you
Uh,
take the prone indicator off your character?
Oh yes.
It practically
I
drives
will-
itself.
Stand up. And I will then aim and fire at the commander,
Okay,
How about
who
you
now
get me?
doesn't have cover.
this is true.
I am not providing him cover.
I was gonna be like, but has cover from like Twisters.
I'm prone.
prone. Yes, no. I stopped myself before I pointed out that you could hit 2 Cobras for the price of 1.
I've got
I
a
mean-
16.
Go right ahead.
that's-
Maybe you can.
That connects with me.
Yay!
Good shooting, Lavoce.
How much damage?
Just one.
All right.
You like my sniper rifle art there? I feel pretty proud of it.
Yeah, no, I thought that was pretty good. So the Cobra officer appears to be on his last legs after that shot. So that is certainly a thing. Anything else, Lavoce?
Nope, that's it.
Okay. Let me make sure to remove my
Oh,
bonus.
no, I'm sorry. Yeah, because I had to spend my move action to stand up. Yep.
Okay. So that takes us to blockchain.
Blockchain is just kind of observing this scene that's sort of unfolding between search and rescue over here, and just decides he wants no part of it at this point. So he's going to run around,
Probably best.
and he's going to use his mobility skill to run around over there, reload on his move,
Uh-huh.
and then I guess attack the gentleman in the shrubbery here.
Ooh.
What's
Come on, Coda.
shrubbery?
Help me make the colors.
Oh, you're right.
Is he actually concealed or anything?
He is concealed and prone.
Nope,
so
Paige, you're going the wrong way. There you go.
You're at
Yeah,
a
there you go.
snag and a -2.
Oh
But
my
if you
god,
just run,
really?
do you have any melee skills? Because you could just run up and stab him.
We've seen
I
how easy
mean-
that is.
Yeah. None worth speaking of,
You
Ron.
guys are amazing. But if you have advantage to attack in a snag because you're untrained, it's a straight roll, which is probably well, you're going to be rolling with disadvantage and 2 downshifts if you shoot.
Which is pretty terrible.
It is pretty terrible.
Yes,
It's barely
it
worth
is.
rolling.
I'm going to remind you, my Cobra troopers, they are not made of stern stuff.
It's true.
So I'm not
All right,
sure which one would give you a better chance of hitting.
Right. Well, I could always.
Throw a grenade.
I mean,
Seems
Ron
like
has a point.
It just seems like overkill at this point, though. Like, you're not wrong, Ron. Like, I could throw a grenade.
Or you could run up, take the pin out, set it at his feet, and run away. using
I
your
like that too.
using
I like
your
that too.
super high mobility.
Yep.
That's hot.
Everybody's got spring attack. 4 grenades.
You'd be like, hee 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 hee.
Hold this a minute, please.
I just imagine, like, I mean, you have pretty decent infiltration as well. You could just pull the pin and then just like sleight of hand it into his inventory and then run away and wait for him to explode.
Put it in his hoodie because the hood's not up. You can just drop it in the back.
Yes. The hood of his poncho.
Yes.
You know what? Instead, I'm gonna shout at him. I'm be
Oh.
like,
Oh,
you're done for. Give up before we
Sure.
fill you full of lead.
Or
So
lasers.
you're gonna try and
lasers.
do a twist on him.
Lead lasers.
Yeah, basically.
Pew,
So I will
pew.
attempt to intimidate him, a skill in which I have 0 training, but because I have presence, I
Yeah.
do not suffer a snag,
Oh, interesting.
and it is a social skill for me. So, this is the other benefit. So I will just roll that as a straight. I guess that's just a regular roll, right?
Yes, it's a regular roll. I don't have cover or any other benefits, and you don't have any other penalties.
So I should just roll right, not from shouting, not from
I mean,
shouting.
so I'm protected from bullets, but not, my feelings aren't protected.
Clearly.
My feelings aren't protected.
Uh.
Overheard in G.I. Joe. I have protection from bullets, but my feelings aren't protected.
Yeah.
Truer words have never been said.
Actually, I will go a slightly different route. I will be like, you're surrounded. We've got literally dozens of troopers out in the woods there.
Ooh, the
Give up
bluff.
before we. Yeah, this is a bluff instead. So this is something I'm actually good at.
All right, hit me with that.
Lie.
So
Well,
that gives me.
You're assuming he's the type of person where if you convince him that he's
Mhm.
massively outnumbered, that'll actually cause a change in his behavior.
That's true. It's true. I could. Yeah, I've got a. Yeah, we'll just go with that.
I was
So
gonna
that
say, or
will-
you could do something else. We could have an Andrew Huang or Dr. Huang 20-minute turn going on here.
so many options.
I mean,
gonna-
this is the beautiful thing about running this game. I'm always like, when I'm doing prep,
Yeah.
and now I'm contributing to your overly long turn. When I'm doing
Exactly.
prep, I'm always like, oh no, I have to get this far ahead of them because they're gonna catch up, and I don't want to be caught flat. I don't want to be that guy that they get there and
Never.
be like,
It's like
well-
the gif of the train where the dog is laying down tracks. as the
yeah,
train
no, I
is
don't
speeding.
want to be
Yeah.
doing that if I can avoid it. But the good news is I worry too much about it, and then I over prep, and then we have these long turns, but we're all having a great time. So then future Ben, it feels much better about this.
I'm rolling. I'm rolling.
Yes.
I'm doing it.
No,
doing
you
it.
continue to help future Ben.
I believe in you. I believe in you that believes in me.
Wait, what
Oh
did
my
you
God.
I
decide?
believe in miracles.
What did you decide on?
Where are you from?
Hmm?
You sexy thing.
What was this role ultimately?
This roll is ultimately a bluff roll
Okay.
that I actually critted on, I guess, because
So not only do you crits, but you double my.
Well, if he takes the crit, it's a 23.
It doesn't matter. He still more
Okay.
than doubles my my
Cleverness.
cleverness defense. So not only have you crit me, but you have overserved me, and he also looks like he's panicked, and he goes here. So we will find out what he does on his turn. It will be not good for him.
Why did I even bring a gun when I could be doing this?
Well,
you-
because that doesn't always work on all bad guys, but
Indeed.
it's pretty safe on Cobra Troopers.
Yes.
What? You're outnumbered? Or we're
Right.
outnumbered?
Say it isn't so.
Anything
Mhm.
else, blockchain?
I can't actually hide from this position, can I?
You cannot hide from this position without moving. Like, you could get behind the ferret and fall prone, and you would.
I mean, you can take free action, essentially 5-foot steps.
Yeah, I mean, if reactions left, you can push your move too.
Yeah, I'll just leave it. It's fine.
Okay. That takes me to the Cobra Trooper that is currently grappled and prone.
Having a real bad day.
Yeah, no, but I'm brave. At least as long as my commander is alive, who I can still see to the south. Not my commander, my officer.
I don't know. I heard you're
Ooh.
massively outnumbered.
I mean, this dude is personally massively outnumbered, but I'm gonna believe in the fact that I can escape this grapple, and we're gonna see how
okay.
wrong.
I believe in the you that believes in me, Ben. Let's do it.
But I'm believing in me, not in you.
You heard me.
Hey!
Wow.
crap.
18.
Ah,
Dang.
he breaks free, but because his speed is low, I don't actually stand up.
Wow, your prize is going to be being shot in the back of the head.
I mean, it's not going to be shot in the back of the head. It's going to be clubbed in the back of the head by, rescue, I think.
I
But,
mean, if I can hit, now that I don't have the edge.
No, you have edge because I'm prone, baby.
Oh, there you go.
He doesn't have enough moves to stand up.
Yes. So I break free of the dog and I'm just like, ah! And I'm like,
Freedom!
and then he rocks back and forth trying to get up, and like a turtle on his back is all I can say.
I
No,
do want to
let's not-
note.
I bet he looks like a rather tubby black cat.
Let's not make
who-
light of him. Escaping
to-
search was an astounding.
That
feat.
is, yeah. He done good.
At
Yes.
some point, though, blockchain will have made a reference to how pathetic his comrade's position here was, sandwiched between the dog and his handler.
Right.
The turtle design of the Cobra Trooper armor, though, just
Not in their best interest.
Is
no.
I mean, it's more likely that he shakes out of it and is trying to push himself up onto his feet, but it took so much strength out of him to escape instead. So that takes us to the trees. Ooh, the trees.
Ooh.
I used to like trees.
That tree is dynamite.
There is another shake, but it is not as strong as last turn. But you can distantly hear a loud explosion.
Uh-oh.
Hope that wasn't a big box store.
What? Oh, yeah, that's right.
Reasonable.
All right, so it does take us to the Cobra Trooper, who throws down his rifle and is just like, "No, Millicent, I don't want to die! I don't want to die, please! I'm not even a good trooper! I couldn't make it as a used car salesman!
Oh, no.
I did this instead, and I have so many regrets!" So he's disarmed and clearly panicking.
I mean,
that takes
now,
us
now I just
down.
want to give him a hug. I just feel bad.
I mean,
And so you should, Andrew. So
I
you
should.
yes, the hug of doom. All right, Ali is also going to fire at this Cobra officer because it's her turn, and then her dudes will get up and will also fire. Though I'm going to do that thing where as a DM, I'm just like, but she misses because I don't want to steal the player's thunder. But here I go rolling.
See me rolling. You hate
Aha! The dice are on my side. She misses. I don't get to steal your moments, and then my guards will also shoot, but we'll see if they. And fuck.
Wow.
So both guards stand up. One shoots and goes wide. The other one, however, does manage to peg the officer in the leg, and he falls over on the ground next to Twist, and then looks to Twist and says, "Don't worry, your days are coming."
Ooh.
And as he growls out those last words, you can tell that he tries to spit at you, but he's got this face mask thing going on, and so it doesn't quite work out as he expires. But you can sense the vitriol that exists there, and that does take us to Twist's turn.
I mean, they tried to
Okay.
stab you, so that feels like a little bit of vitriol.
I mean, yes.
I mean, there's continued vitriol, is what I'm saying.
so I will
The attempted stabbing did not reduce the amount of vitriol.
I will spend 15 feet of movement to stand up.
In the place where you are.
I will use 0 movement to go over back to my gun. Because I am using my mobility, so I can sprint as a free action.
I mean, that does count steps towards your movement, so it's not free,
Yeah.
but you can definitely get there. So your remaining targets, so that you're clear, are both ferrets are unmanned, both are damaged.
And this guy's morale. No, this guy's
This
morale,
guy's morale is
broken,
broken.
and this guy is held up by the
prone between search and rescue.
That's all right. I can take that shot.
All right, so you
I will
are
take a free action to aim.
okay. But as we discussed earlier, you're at a snag because I'm prone,
Fair.
and I'm within melee reach of an enemy, so you're also a downshift.
Sure.
Snag and a downshift.
That was
Take-
my question to
So-
Coda, who brought up the rule earlier.
I think I might be if you're wielding the weapon, not if
this
you're
is
shooting
in melee.
into melee. They might have cover from the combatants, but
I mean, am I taking 2 downshifts for cover?
So downshift if the attacker is fighting while prone in melee. I'm not. Defending target is moving incredibly fast. I'm not seeing anything about that in the situational modifiers description, but granted, that only has 6 bullets in it. So
Yeah. I mean, it's not meant to be a complete comprehensive list, so the DM can make adjustments as she sees fit.
agreed.
You know what? Between the two, I'll take the cover and the prone. So you're minus
So
2.
snag,
and a
2 downshifts?
Yep.
All right. Skill is D10. I get 2 upshifts because I'm a commando. I get another upshift because I have aimed. I think that's about all I can do.
you probably have a laser sight.
Did I not add that already? Sure, I do have. It's not a laser sight, but it's a sight. So it's takes me to 2d8 plus 2, which gets me to.
While prone, ranged attacks against you suffer a snag.
Yep.
Yep, we got
There you
that. Which takes me to auto success,
All right.
but -1, take back 1 for the Hebrew God because I have a downshift. Takes me merely to 3d6.
We have
Also,
2 downshifts.
does-
Oh, then that takes me back down to 2d8.
Right.
and if you go, I don't know if you have enough movement left to go prone, but you could get braced, which would give you another upshift.
Prone doesn't take any movement.
I didn't think so.
Yeah, all right. That sounds like a good point. I will drop prone.
So the only problem with that is that your gun is currently set up for you to not be prone. And I believe you have the mounted quality, right? Which means you have to set it up.
I already did.
She set it up in the first round of combat.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
And it has to be set up for a prone shot because otherwise it's just hanging in midair.
Okay.
Well, I guess it depends on how long the tripod is.
Sure. I was thinking just a little bipod at the front.
Yeah, traditionally though, sniper
Just
rifles are
massive,
shot.
just
Just
huge.
like
All right, now I've lost
hundreds
track.
of legs.
So you're up 1, so you're 3d6. 'cause
So
you
I'm
need
at
2d8s.
2d8 plus 1 for my sight plus 1 for my aim, which takes me from 2d8 to 3d6 to auto success.
Then -2.
-2, which takes me back to 2d8.
but then you get 1 for being braced.
which is 3d6. Okay,
Yes.
so snag 3d6.
I'm glad we talked through it. I'm also glad I was right when I said you were 2d8 or 3d6 rather. 15. 15 does connect.
Okay, so fun times. You will take a point of damage.
I do take a point of damage.
You will take a second point of damage because I have some razzle dazzle on the sniper rifle.
I shall expire.
And then you will take a third point of damage because.
That's mean.
Yes, because you did.
Oh nope, I can't. You're too far away. Never mind.
Wait, what?
No sneaks.
Oh, yes. At this level, no sneaks.
Yeah.
Okay. I expire at 2 points of damage, anyways. So, how do you?
You just a bullet through one eye.
All right.
Back of the head explodes all over the dog. Sorry. Sir.
Ugh.
Oh no, she
Wow.
like jumps off. It's fine. She's very smart. She knew it was coming.
Fair.
So that does end our combats because my only remaining combatant is morally just destroyed and surrenders. So we
Years of therapy will be required at this point.
Oh yeah, no.
I'll go ahead and handcuff him.
I don't know if therapy would be required. You just convinced him he was outnumbered and he surrendered. If he
true.
becomes in a life situation where he's
Well, no,
not,
but
Run. It's a
Then-
deprogramming regiment from Cobra.
then he began to question his very purpose in life.
This
Oh,
is
okay.
true. Well,
Never
you did hit
question the
me
nature of your
enough
reality.
to where I'm out of it. So there's probably therapy. I mean, it's a traumatic experience. So, but I will. I mean, there's victory fanfare that at some point I will choose from our list of music from in Comtech, likely by Kevin MacLeod.
Nope, not another verse, or we will be struck.
So the fun thing is we probably won't get a takedown notice, but we won't be able to monetize as we face for almost all of Power Rangers because the tune on our Power Rangers theme was just close enough.
Too close.
That
Too
said,
close.
we still want to thank friend of the show Brian Schoner for providing that for us. It was great and always helped us get into that mindset.
Mm-hmm.
I think if
Hey.
we'd spent about $1,000 in legal fees, we probably could have pushed it through.
Truth.
Probably.
I mean, possibly, but
And I think this
Have we
this
made
podcast
1,000?
in total, this
No.
this Feats and Fables in total through its entire life has made us what, like $80?
it's made us
Y'all,
rich beyond our own dreams and
Yes.
avarice.
This is a labor of love.
Exactly.
Hey Ben,
Yeah, what's up?
I'm gonna rifle through the pockets of these guys and disarm them of any weapons that they may have.
Sure.
Also Neil Stenson for the music because he was the one who produced the music.
Ah, yes. Also, Neil Simpson with music. So you get a combat knife and a rifle off of the remaining trooper, and that is if you're disarming him. That's the one dude left.
Like, I'm definitely disarming or scampering out of cover over to the Cobra officer's body.
I will
Okay.
also come back over.
Well,
to the
let's
pilot and
not
see
get
if
too
he's
excited,
still got
Twist.
keys.
You're still kind of in a gray area.
No, I understand that, and she
So let's-
desperately wants that guy's radio.
Well, you can't necessarily have all the things that you want.
Okay.
But if you try sometimes-
Somebody tell me to stop.
You might just find.
So what you looking for there, Twist?
Radio. He said he was gonna tell Needle Eye about this, and I am not excited for that one bit.
Well, I don't think he's going to tell him anymore, Twist.
Well, I'm trying to see if he's gotten any word back from base about it.
All right. Well, we can give the radio to Blockchain, and he can work his magic on it.
Twist like rolls her eyes, throws her hands in the air, and then stalks back over to go pack up a gun.
Commander, I didn't like the sound of that last explosion, and that aftershock is probably making this space even more unstable. We need to get a move on.
I will see if I can salvage the one I'm standing next to. the mongoose?
Ferret.
Ferrets.
Okay, fisher.
It
Weasel.
is damaged, but it is still operational.
Okay. Awesome. Well,
As is the one up here.
Is the one in the north side of the map damaged?
It
Because
is also damaged.
okay.
I believe it is riddled with bullet holes from blockchain. submachine
Yes,
gun,
that's right. That's right.
as opposed to the one to the south, which is charred from an explosion.
we're not subtle instruments, blockchain and I.
The seats in that one might be a little sticky.
We're not like Twist, where there's
From the
inhale-
melted seat cushions, Ben, get your head out of the gutter.
I didn't say anything like that. I just made a humorous face.
He makes faces quite frequently.
But
All right.
yes, it is. The seat is certainly melty, as is probably the tires. But you can still do the driving thing.
An ATV is not rocket science, so I assume that civilians can utilize them.
I mean, you could ask the civilians, but
How many
theoretically, yes.
ATVs do we have here? We have
You have
3.
2 ATVs that hold 2 people each.
And 2 ATV carcasses.
Yes, and 2
Okay, then
destruction-aided ATVs.
and then we have how many people does the airplane hold?
Your carrying
Helicopter?
capacity on your helicopter.
I think we
Lakota?
calculated it where we had room for like 3 people
5.
past our squad or something.
Crew, 1 or 2 pilots. Capacity, 7 troops or 2 stretchers and medical crew.
So you can put someone else in the other pilot seat and then have capacity for 7, so a total of 9.
Okay. Well, so then that means that we can get the next round of civilians out, and everyone else can get on ATVs and get out of here.
Mhm.
Kind of heading to the same logical place.
Wait, what do you mean? How many people can an ATV hold?
2.
Because that 9 people included the 5 of us. Or 6 of us, potentially.
Oh, that's true.
So you put 2 people on ATVs. And just
Where are they going?
just so that you're aware, because it's been a minute, these are not ideal driving conditions.
No, I get that.
Well, yeah, I don't expect it to be like flying around at 50 miles per hour, but even going at a slow walk speed, it'll, save their legs and stuff.
Yeah.
Yep.
Right, like don't go doing like backflips and stuff.
I'd say the paradigm has shifted, though. Maybe Lavoce, you could see if the senator's mind has changed about things.
Yeah, especially since blood's been shed now. That's when stuff gets real.
Yeah,
Just
so
make sure he knows that basically all these people are dead because of him.
Wow.
God.
I
right.
mean,
So I'll head over to the senator.
There's a reason I'm not the face.
I mean, clearly.
I expect
Senator,
Lavoce to
what-
put soft
what's his-
edges and feathered touches to this situation.
What's his job? Public relations.
yep.
So at this point, Senator, I recommend we make use of these ATVs to get most of the people in your group out of here, and the rest of us take the helicopter and get you out of here. Frankly, I can't be sure we're not going to have another attack like that.
The senator looks around, says, "Wow, even when it was a green shirt, I didn't see operational efficiency like that. You should be very proud." All right, he looks around, does some counting as I do some counting, because this is convenient timing for me to be like, numbers are hard. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So there's 8 civilians, even if we do take if we take 4 off for the Hebrew God, and by that I mean by ATVs. I'm just moving these over to the side, but they're still, not in the trees. He looks around. It's like, but you're gonna come back for the rest of the civilians, right? Because not everybody can fit on the helicopter, right?
So I was assuming all of you would leave and the helicopter would come back for us. We'll be fine.
Oh, then I'm fine with this plan. And Adeline says, as long as I travel with the senator, then I support this direction.
Sky, take them all the way out to Angel Grove and get them out of here.
Hey, hey, Jenny.
Uh-huh.
The ferrets probably have trackers on them.
That's probably true. Blockchain, can you find those real quick?
Oh, use a wand.
While Blockchain is taking some time to ferret out the trackers on the ferret.
Whoa, that's funny.
Rescue
That's
would
funny.
like to get out his band-aids and start applying them appropriately.
Okay.
I will bring the chopper over and we'll take off shortly.
I have damage. I could take some healing. I have 1 real point of damage.
My feelings are hurt.
My band-aids.
I was hoping that
mean-
I would hurt a lot more than your feelings when you were prone and I was going to stab you in the heart.
I mean, if
I'm
Twist,
wearing my
I
Roll
can.
20 shirt.
Yeah,
can
I guess
put-
that's your lucky charm. Always after me, lucky charms.
Twist. I can put a band-aid on it and give you a sticker, but I don't know that it's gonna mechanically help.
Yeah, no, I got bigger problems. But thanks.
The senator does say, "Wait, did my wife and children go to Angel Grove?"
No, he'll pick them up on the way.
Okay.
So Sky, go over to where you stash them, trade off some, I don't know, whatever. Like, frankly, drop all the other civilians but his family and security detail off wherever you dropped the other people off, and then get him and his family and his security detail all the way to Angel Grove.
Aye.
So that they can get on a plane to get the F out of here.
All right. So they load up in the chopper, unless there's anything else that we need to discuss there.
Voce, you get a hit point back.
Ooh, I like hit points.
Assuming you just had one.
It just have 1 point of damage.
Did anybody have more than one? Cool.
I'm good.
And who else had one other than?
Both
Voce
of the
and Search?
security guards or the security agents took a point of damage.
Gotcha.
If you want to treat them before they get on the chopper.
They're both treated.
Sweet.
Search is treated.
Save
I'm
a
sorry.
big roll for your doggo.
Yeah. I've been working with her for so long, you see. There's a clean shot in and out.
Got it. All right. So
All she has to do is lick it a couple times and you'll never know, huh?
Yes.
all right. Sorry, I started this and my brain got distracted by something. Sky High. You're able to load these people up into the your chopper. You head back to the big box store where you see that there are some pretty high power lights that are set up to illuminate the area where you landed. And when you land this time, there's not a delay. There's probably 5 folks that come out again with stretchers, or they're makeshift lawn chair stretchers, but they do not need them. But it does take a minute to do the swap out for the senator's family to get onto the chopper. which occurs. But as you are, as they come out and are loading into the chopper, you notice that the lights that were illuminating your landing area suddenly go out, as do all the other lights that are inside of the store. Inside and outside the store.
Dun,
All right.
dun.
What time of day it is? Do we need lights to see?
Yeah, by this point it's probably 8:30 or 9 o'clock at night.
Plus, it's been raining a whole lot.
Yeah, I mean it was overcast beforehand. You landed with enough daylight to get out of the house and have this fight, but by the time that you take the trip down there, it's dark.
Well, I will.
Sure, that makes sense in my mental time frame.
I will turn on the helicopter lights.
Okay.
And once the family is on board, we'll take off.
All right. Sounds good to me. While you are taking them to the nearby airfield at Angel Grove, what's going on with everybody back here?
Just as a final thing, I'll as I'm leaving, I'll radio back or use my HTB device and tell them about the situation in town is worsening or whatever with the electricity and stuffs, so they know.
Okay. So that comes through as we shift our focus back over to the folks in the forest who are victorious. Healing has occurred. What else do you want to do as time passes with the transport?
Twist will pack up her gun to secure it against the elements, sigh heavily, and then go over and hand the case to Jenny.
Joe, you're muted.
Haha!
I thought he was just pondering
A
his
very pregnant pause.
I take the case. And we're
Congrats.
going to start kind of on foot heading towards the, as best we can, towards the drop-off point that Sky High let us know about.
Okay, so you're heading to the big box store?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, sounds good.
You know, Jenny, I could get lost in all this chaos out here, and
Do you think that's a good idea? Do you want to keep running?
So I have been working with a former Royal Marine sniper who takes his patronage very seriously and will likely want to have a discussion with me from about a mile away through a site. And I'm not sure you want to be around that.
I mean, do you think you're going to be able to get away from that, though?
For a while.
How long is a while, though?
I don't know.
I think your best bet is coming with us.
Blockchain saunters up and goes, yeah, even if they are a contractor, we still kind of need to debrief them.
Yep. At this point, you're going to have to come with us. You can make another decision after you get some interviews.
Right. Fair enough. That'll maybe throw Linux off the scent for a while anyway.
Ben, while they're having this conversation, Rescue is going to scout around a little bit to try and find the safest path forward.
That sounds great.
Assess a little bit of the localized damage from the aftershock and try to figure out what was that explosion.
All right. Throw onto me a survival test.
We'll do that thing. And we are in the mountains, yeah?
You are in the mountains.
Sweet. I'll make sure I'm on the rescue. Okay, good. And
As long as we
so
never leave the mountains, everything will be
I
okay.
am
Why are we climbing the
specialized.
mountain?
You know why we're climbing the mountains.
Because
we're
we're
in
in
love.
love.
For love.
Always.
And this gives me on non-combat checks, I gain edge. All right. Oop, that was not edge. That was regular. Hold on. Sorry.
I was
17.
I was so excited. I was like,
There we
wow,
go.
with edge and everything, it's an 8. This is so exciting. Of note, as your group starts hiking in that direction, your 17 does let you know that the most direct route down, which would be heading directly south, is very treacherous given the mudslides. And from your experience in mountains and dealing with things like this, if you are able to stick to some of the more forested paths, then you should be able to avoid some of that erosion and slipperiness that could lead to losing additional time, but B, more importantly, a lot of common injuries, a lot of slips, trips, and falls, things like that could happen in this muddy terrain.
One of the worst injuries I have seen in my professional life, which was not at my company, was a guy walking around in the woods, maybe 30 feet from the rest of his team, slipped, fell, took a stick to the eye.
Ooh,
Ooh.
God.
Oh!
Why would you do that to us, Paige?
Oh!
The
The-
mental image.
To simply remind you that that's certainly a thing.
I'm wearing safety glasses, is all I'm saying.
Simply remind us that Mother Nature is constantly trying to kill us. Got it.
Mhm.
Constantly.
Any signs of black smoke on the horizon?
So funny that you should say that.
Like funny, ha ha.
No.
Did
Funny,
did
sad.
Did a clown factory explode? Because that'd be real sad.
No, it is not a clown factory or a fireworks factory or other such things.
Is it a big green flash like a rocket fuel factory exploded?
It is not like that either. However, as you are traveling kind of northwest to find your way down the mountain, so then you can turn south, you do feel another couple aftershocks that do give you pause. And at roughly the same time, Sky High has gotten the family and is heading also northwest to head over to Angel Grove. And both of you are treated to this very peculiar sight as the ground shakes for those that are on the ground, and there is lightning crashing through the sky for Sky High and the family.
Earthquake machine.
As
Earthquake machine.
you
Earthquake
are
machine.
treated to something truly out of this
Earthquake machine. Oh.
being a towering robot facing a similarly gigantic creature, trading blows left and right. Their every hit causing this tremendous sound, and then there's what you thought was an aftershock, but is just the incredible weight of that giant robot falling back and hitting the ground. That's just is this explodes out almost in this tremor, and this you can barely make it out, but it's shiny and metal, but you can tell that it's the way it's moving, maybe that it's not. The other creature moves to stand over this robot and
Pick up my HTB. Commander, you're gonna have to see this.
Look at that blue left foot over there, killing it. It's my boy.
I mean, it would be killing it if it hadn't just been knocked prone.
That's just lining the foot up for a kick.
Yep.
Mhm.
Yes, and
You and me, Ron. You and me.
it's not quite
We'll kip
as it doesn't quite mirror the two experience of hitting someone prone earlier, but the golden creature, the golden combatant standing over the giant robots, takes a long metal spear, it seems like, and plunges into the robot's chest just as we fade to black for this episode of G.I. Joe.
Suck it, evil
Oh.
robot.
That's how that's done. Okay, got it.
You've learned so much.
Well, he did have a spear, which is,
All right.
Different.
Next time we
straight
go out
into
into the field,
Transformers.
I've got to get the extended baton
Yeah, there you go.
Extended and
Correct.
wikified.
with
Yeah.
the pointy bits on the end.
Is that
Ooh.
2 weapon mods you're gonna have to get?
It sounds like
Probably.
extended and probably like deadly or something.
Extended
Ooh.
and pointy.
Extended and bayonet.
Tell us
Yeah,
more.
I feel like we're gonna go from you could just get a spear, but instead you're gonna spend 2 upgrades on making your club into a spear. I love it. I love it. So with that, we will pick up here next week. Thank you all for joining us for our G.I. Joe and apparently also Power Rangers actual play.
What?
As we are crossing the streams now that 2 of the properties are available. Watch
Pray.
out. Transformers is available for those that pre-ordered or worked on it. So there's a good chance that I'll have access to that very soon as well. If I don't already.
Yum, 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 yum.
I want to thank. Do we have any new subscribers or followers or anything of that nature as I throw it to Mike while I get my thoughts together?
Yeah, let's continue to thank our newest followers, Chili Draws and Spider Dragon 71, and our newest subscriber,
Spider.
Lunatic's Omen.
Oh,
for
hey!
Both the subscription and the follows.
We owe Lunatic Summon a dance.
I
But-
don't
but we
have
gotta
the
get the
dance
dance
music
music
on
together.
here, but I'll have to get it for next time as we dance
The
without
music
rhythm.
was in our hearts all along.
So we don't
practice.
disturb the worm.
Yes. There we go. So I also want to thank really everyone who provided maps on Roll20 for me to purchase and use, and that's everybody who works in the G.I. Joe art department who I'm, gleefully using for tokens. So with that said, join us next week, and it's Tuesday at 8 p.m. Eastern to follow us.
To adventure!
Ah.